But will I get enough calcium if I don't consume milk and other dairy products? Yes, in fact, if you don't consume dairy and are conscientious about getting calcium from plant foods, you may well reduce your chances of getting osteoporosis. What, you ask? But we are told that we need milk and other dairy products in order to have strong bones. Yes, we're told that by the dairy industry, but that does not mean that it's true. We don't need to drink the milk produced by another species. Indeed, we are the only species that does so. In order to perpetuate the profitable notion that we need cow's milk, we are subjected to nutritional disinformation. And I would also like to add here, it's weird that we're the only species that drinks milk from another species. It's also extremely weird that we're the only species that continues to drink milk into adulthood, whereas no other animal does that past infancy. And why is it that we get freaked out about drinking any other animal's milk, such as we would freak out drinking dog's milk or cat's milk or giraffe's milk or donkey's milk or gorilla's milk or chimpanzee's milk, which is closer to a human than a cow, but for some reason we don't think it's weird to drink the lactation from a cow. Also, you can find plenty of studies that talk about how the milk from cows actually leaches calcium out of your bones, which is why the studies have proven that the countries that consume the most milk, such as the United States and the UK, actually have the highest amounts of human beings that have osteoporosis. And the countries that drink the least amount of milk have the least amount of problems with osteoporosis and hip fractures. Cow's milk from a mother cow is made to make a baby cow strong. It has enzymes and it has all the nutrients for a baby cow, and it's not appropriate or healthy for a human being. It's simply a lie that the dairy industry perpetuated in order to sell more of its product and to make more profits and more money. Okay, back to the book now. We need calcium for strong bones. The dairy industry tells us that cow's milk is the sole or primary source of calcium. But cow's milk is not only or the best source of calcium. Many plant foods are excellent sources of calcium. Molasses, almonds, figs, sprouted sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, tofu processed with calcium sulfate, calcium set tofu, bok choy, broccoli, Chinese cabbage, kale, mustard greens, okra, beans, and fortified soy, almond, coconut, hemp, and rice milks. And I would like to add there's a ton more milks than what are listed here in this chapter. I will list all the milks that I love in the description below. Moreover, not only is cow's milk not by any means the only source of calcium, it's not even the best. The body needs magnesium to absorb calcium, and cow's milk does not have sufficient magnesium to support its level of calcium. This results in the accumulation of excessive calcium in the body, and that can lead to the development of calcium deposits in our joints and kidneys. And I would like to add here that that's definitely true, because back in the day when I used to drink cow's milk because I didn't know any better, I had tons of calcium deposits in my skin, and I didn't even know what the heck they were until I researched it, and they were all over my body. And I had no clue that that was a direct relationship to drinking cow's milk. I also remember having extreme joint pain and onset of arthritis in my 40s which is way too young to be having arthritis. I couldn't figure out why I was having such pain in my joints and starting to get arthritis at such a young age. And come to find out, it was because I was drinking cow's milk and dairy. And literally as soon as I stopped drinking cow's milk, within a couple days, my arthritis went away. And it hasn't come back since. So that paragraph is, I can verify, is 100% true. Also, I used to get kidney stones really badly back when I used to be a meat eater and I would eat dairy. And since I've been plant-based, I have had 0 kidney stones. And I'm very happy about that because they're extremely painful and I wouldn't wish those on anybody. Probably some of the most pain I've ever had in my entire life. So going plant-based has not only stopped so many ailments from happening in my body, but there's been a lot of other improvements as well that I can't even begin to mention just off the top of my head. I will add a description below of all the health benefits that I've gained by going plant-based to hopefully inspire you to do the same. The consumption of animal protein, including the protein found in dairy products, causes our blood to acidify, which results in the leaching of calcium from our bones and are eventually excreting it from our bodies. So the consumption of dairy products not only does not prevent osteoporosis, but it can actually cause it. In the China study, that's a very important book, by the way. In the China study, Dr. T. Colin Campbell found that a protein found in cow's milk, casein, or casein as some people say it, promoted cancer. Dr. Joel Fuhrman also notes in his book, Eat to Live, that there is a strong correlation between dairy lactose and heart disease. Do vegans have to be sure to eat enough calcium-rich plant foods to ensure that they have sufficient calcium? Yes. But given that more than 60% of Americans who consume milk are deficient in calcium, diligence is not only a matter for vegans. Indeed, given the other issues involved with cow's milk and the proteins contained in it, the vegan, once again, has the nutritional advantage. And let's just add here, I'm going to interject that people are not lactose intolerant. They're just not baby cows. That's the problem. It's not a problem of being lactose intolerant. The problem is that you're not a baby cow. And that's why your body is rejecting the cow's milk. To hear the next chapter, please go to my next video on my YouTube page. Please like and subscribe.